Welcome to the Interstate 380 online public meeting. In the next few minutes, I want to tell you about Iowa DOT's planning study for this important corridor. Interstate 380 is part of one of the fastest growing corridors in Iowa, connecting Cedar Rapids and Iowa City. Interstate 380 provides a vital link in a 7-county region that is home to nearly 500,000 residents and over 30 Fortune 500 companies. Over 24 communities in this area have seen considerable population and economic growth over the past 20 years. While community growth is good, it does present challenges to the transportation system. This corridor is experiencing increased traffic, more accidents, and added congestion. Designated as Iowa's creative corridor, Interstate 380 has been a key component of increased study and research around emerging transportation technology. Commuting options have been enhanced by formalized ride-sharing and van pooling services, as well as express bus service. We've also evaluated options for passenger rail connectivity in this region. Our work on Interstate 380 is just getting underway. This study will allow us to make system-level decisions that will help shape individual transportation projects as they occur over time. We will be studying the corridor and reporting our findings back to you through a series of technical memorandums. You'll be able to review these studies and provide us with your feedback right here on this site. The final Interstate 380 vision will help shape infrastructure investment within the corridor by addressing several key goals. The involvement of agency partners and the public is a vital component of successful planning. We will be working to inform and obtain feedback from a variety of audiences and stakeholders. The best place to learn about what's happening is this site, which will be updated periodically. Here you can find information on the planning study, sign up to receive updates and messages about this study, and submit comments or questions. For more information about our engagement approach, please refer to the study's public involvement plan. The traveling public and trucks that haul goods and materials need to be able to get around easily and reliably. Interstate systems provide a high degree of safety, mobility, and efficiency. We know that traffic volumes along Interstate 380 will someday exceed capacity of the current 4-lane roadway. This study will examine options for improvements and make recommendations on when they may be needed. To do this, we'll look at projected growth and evaluate other corridor management strategies to see how we might extend the timeline for when improvements are needed. The Iowa DOT is committed to the responsible use and protection of the natural environment. As we prepare for the future and consider change, we know that there will be some environmental impacts, but we'll work to avoid, minimize, or mitigate those impacts. We know that traffic will be increasing. Our designs will accommodate projected traffic volumes in the year 2040. New technologies will also alter our transportation system and the ways we measure how the system is performing. Technologies include automated vehicles and real-time traffic analysis. The connectivity of vehicles and their surroundings, coupled with the capacity to gather and analyze large amounts of data, will influence how we plan and design for the future. We don't know for certain what future transportation needs and priorities will be, but we do know that anything built in the near term will need to last for decades. Experts in transportation and technology sectors anticipate full adoption of emerging technologies, like automated vehicles, within this time frame. For that reason, we'll consider long-term traffic growth, but also understand that we may need to study this further. How traffic moves and the number of crashes are two primary ways we evaluate how well an interstate is operating. We measure traffic flow by giving roadways a level of service grade. It's like getting a grade on a paper. For interstates, this grade is currently based on how many vehicles are on the road. As automated vehicles begin to impact the system, we'll need to rely on other ways to evaluate how well traffic is moving. This study will help us identify what other ways, besides level of service grades, are appropriate. It will also answer questions related to technology and its effect on Interstate 380. Finally, it'll help us determine when we need to pause and reevaluate where we are in terms of automated vehicle adoption. We all know that weather events can cause significant delay and impact our ability to get from point A to point B. This study will help us identify areas that might be more vulnerable to significant weather events like flooding and snow. We'll also look for practical solutions to keep roadways clear and traffic moving. Alternative modes of transportation, like passenger rail and express bus systems, satisfy varying traveler needs. They can also help relieve congestion on the highway system. As part of our work, several studies have been completed and will be evaluated. We'll also make recommendations for potential improvements. Traffic is increasing and Interstate 380 is reaching capacity. This planning study will provide an implementation schedule that prioritizes locations causing the largest delays first. We'll also consider construction impacts and, where practical, we'll consider the ability to build future capacity with the least amount of disruption. This study represents initial steps towards a larger vision that will take many years to develop and construct, and it will require a significant amount of funding. Future DOT investments will consider how much improvements cost over the length of their useful life, provide needed capacity while minimizing crashes, and promote the economic vitality of this region and our state. These goals represent what we will accomplish during the course of this planning study. The DOT has also developed guiding principles for how we will do this work. We've established design standards that serve as a basis or starting point. They have been established to guide preliminary planning. As the project develops, additional criteria will likely be added. We are entrusted to maintain the transportation system throughout the state of Iowa. This often requires finding a healthy balance between competing needs. The DOT is committed to finding that balance and doing it transparently with involvement from the public and other agencies. At key points, we will share our findings and would like your feedback. We'll provide opportunities to provide feedback through 2 more online meetings, just like this one. We also have a comment form available on the site where you can submit your input at any time. Now it's your turn to tell us what you think. Everyone's feedback is important, and we look forward to hearing from you. While we anticipate our next meeting to occur later this year, please continue to check back to this website regularly. More information will be posted as it's available. Also, if you'd like to receive email updates, be sure to sign up through the Stay Connected icon. We look forward to learning more about how potential changes along Interstate 380 impact you. Thanks for joining me today. See you next time.